Hello guys and welcome back to my channel. First I wanna apologize for my absence, exams are coming and I had to study. Also thank you so much guys for the many views on part 1, I never expected it to get more than 20 views, so thank you. If you haven't watched that yet I recommend you check it out, the link will be in the description below. Guys know the drill, so let's go. 1. Produce 48 was unfair. Now let me explain. Japanese idols debut after only a month. It's more about watching the idol grow than about them debuting as already almost perfect like in Korea. They're focused more on growing and connecting with the fans than a perfect performance. Korean trainees on the other hand debut with a way larger skill set. A collaboration with AKB48 was a good idea, but since the idols are rated based on Korean standards it's unfair towards the Japanese idols. On that note, big respect for Sakura Hitomi and Naeko, they did great and I respect them so much. That doesn't mean I don't like the current IZ*ONE lineup at all. I love my girls. 2. Big Hit is sexist. For a company with ambition to be as big as the big three, Big Hit surely isn't helping themselves by refusing to debut girl groups. They claim the glam scandals are the reason, but let's talk about glam for a second. Now ignoring Trinity, who left early on, there was also the Daehee blackmailing scandal. But why did Daehee have to resort to that kind of thing? Well, she needed money and the company was literally keeping them jobless. They weren't getting any money or comebacks, so she had to resort to that. I'm not saying what she did was right because it isn't, but let's think about why she had to do it. And to the people claiming Big Hit didn't have the money to give the comebacks, I have to laugh. Sure, the company doesn't have the money to give their 4-member GG a comeback, but they can debut a whole new 7-member boy group? Something doesn't add up. And it's not like glam were flops. Their music was good and they charted well. Also, scandals happen in every company, like T-Ara had a whole bullying scandal, but that didn't stop MBK from debuting a new girl group. I'm not saying MBK is a good company because they aren't, but they handled it way better than Big Hit. 3. Everglow has the best debut of the year so far. I don't know what it is about Bon Bon Chocolate, but it felt so refreshing to me. The girls are amazing and talented. The Coero was a bit awkward, but other than that I loved their debut so much. Rookie of the year everyone. 4. Stop comparing SNSD and Twice. SNSD and Twice are both legendary girl groups and I love them both so much. So it really bothers me when someone keep comparing and dragging Twice down for having even minor similarities to something SNSD did. SNSD is my alt group and even I can't see some of the comparisons people make. Like how are Fancy and Galaxy Supernova similar? Just because they both use neon light? It's such a stretch. We so pride ourselves in SNSD being an inspiration for many girl groups to come, but then clown those same girl groups for doing something slightly close to what SNSD did? That doesn't make any sense at all. SNSD did so many concepts over the years, there's gonna be some resemblance sometimes, but that's okay, it really isn't a big deal. 5. Stan Luna and Fancams aren't annoying. Stan Luna is just a meme and it's super harmless. Honestly, if it wasn't for that meme I would have never discovered them and their amazing music. And Fancams are just a harmless way to promote your faves, it doesn't do any damage. Both those things are totally fine as long as they aren't under sensitive tweets. 6. Big 3 privilege doesn't exist in the same way anymore. I really don't think debuting under a Big 3 company gives a group many privileges like before. Like, sure, there's still minor things, but it isn't as big as it used to be. Now, thanks to social media and the internet, every group, no matter the company, has a good chance at exposure. And I think that's really great. 7. ITZY deserved all the wins they got. Now I admit Dalla Dalla needed time to grow on me, but it's still an amazing song. The girls have amazing stage presence for rookies and their dance skills are great. They worked so hard and deserved every win they got. Also, I think it's funny how people were saying they only won because of Big 3 privilege. But when TXT, a group from Big Hit, a company that is big now, got their wins, everyone was silent. Double standards much? 8. Western success isn't as important as success in Asia. I don't mind groups promoting in the West, but it shouldn't be their only goal. Success in Korea and Asia is more important in my eyes. I see some groups only focusing on the West and neglecting their domestic audience. Not having a Korean fan base shows itself in music show wins very well. Asian fans are the ones most likely to buy merch and come to concerts since it's way more accessible, and Asia is the group's home after all. 9. I prefer second gen songs over third gen. Now don't get me wrong, the third gen has brought us many bops. However, they have a different style from the second gen, and that's okay. I just prefer the style of the second gen. I feel like back then songs were more unique since groups weren't scared of experimenting with sound. For example, I don't think a song like I Got a Boy by SNSD would have been released during third gen. I wish current groups would experiment more. I'm sure they'd produce bops. 10. Idols who produce and write their own music aren't better than those who don't. As simple as that. Some idols like writing and producing their own music, and that's great. And some idols prefer performing, and that's good too. No one is better than the other. And finally, don't defend your fave blindly, but also have some consideration. When an idol does something problematic, there are usually two reactions. People who defend them blindly and excuse all their actions no matter how bad they are. And people who never forgive even if the idol was young, like they aren't a person who learns and grows. Both of those are wrong. I understand wanting an apology, but we all know that some companies don't let their idols apologize. MLD. So please use your brain and evaluate the situation with common sense. Okay, I lied, one more thing. Stan GWSN. They're amazing and talented, and their music sounds magical. The Park in the Night Part 2 doesn't have single bad song. Once again, these are only my opinions and you're free to disagree. Feel free to leave your own opinions in the comments below. I would love to have a discussion. Thank you guys for watching, and leave a like if you want, and maybe check out my other videos. Have a nice day and see you next time.